And today we're talking about, an MVP, a 3-time scoring champ, an 8-time All-Star, and also an assist champ in James Harden. And then, GA, what else do we say about James Harden? He's on what list?
Oh, he's one of the 5 best shooting guards to ever play the game.
Ever,
and
Chris,
he's not
did you hear
necessarily
that?
fifth either.
We got to put
agree,
all of that respect on his name, because there's been a lot of slander on the bearded one, and tonight he reminded us of exactly who he is. In the second quarter, that's his first bucket as a net. GA, he settled in as the game progressed.
Yeah, it wasn't forcing anything. It does help to have a sidekick like Kevin Durant playing at the level that he's playing at, coming back off of that torn Achilles.
32 points per game, 59% from the field in his last 3, and he upped that count in this one, Sam.
Yeah, you watch him, man. He can go anywhere he wants to go on the court with the basketball. And the thing that I love about him, he doesn't have to have the ball in order to be effective.
You notice that guy making the pass to Nikola Vucevic? You know him, GA? 50.
The little light-skinned dude?
Yeah, with all the hair.
34 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists for Vooch. But Harden, 32 points, 12 rebounds, 14 assists, 30-point triple-double. First time a guy's done that in their debut with a new team. One of those assists coming here to KD, and he took over. That Achilles looks strong, he looks healthy, and it's wonderful to see.
I'm telling you, before the season, I picked him to be MVP. Look, how many guys at 6'10" can walk you into a three-point shot and just rise up above you and nothing but net?
Those 14 assists from James Harden, also a Brooklyn Nets record in a debut. Let's hear from both James Harden and Kevin Durant.
It felt really good. The guys got after it. I mean, individually, I got to stop turning the basketball over, but that comes with chemistry, that comes with practice, that comes with watching film. So, first game, I'm glad to get a win. And we just got to keep going.
You've only been here a little over 48 hours. What was it like building chemistry on the fly?
I mean, when you're playing with really, really good players, it's pretty easy. For me, just got to learn reads, learn where guys like the ball, just learn our personnel, individually. So once I get that, the turnovers are cut down, and I'll be more efficient.
It was incredible. You could see him trying to figure out the best way to play early on. I felt like we all were overpassing, trying to make everybody comfortable, and then he just got into his mode of, being aggressive to score, and that opened up the whole game for all of us. So, glad he got his feet up under him. He's got to keep plugging away, keep getting better each day.
Well, it's hard to get better than a triple-double debut and 42 points from Kevin Durant, but that's why they are future Hall of Famers, because that's the way that they think. James Harden, triple-double debut. You see that short list. Russell Westbrook also with the Washington Wizards did it earlier this season. So, GA, when we try to figure out what James Harden is going to be with this team and how he's going to be the Hall of Fame star that they need, the 14 assists seems an indication of what we can expect from him.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget the 32 points and the 12 rebounds. I mean,
yeah.
And I think that's the brilliance of James Harden's game is, oftentimes you focus so much on his ability to score, but it's his facilitating, his vision is what, to me, really makes him truly special. A lot of guys can score, but to be equally adept at finding as you are at finishing is a true talent and a rare one in our league. And that's something that he's really good at in transition. Head's always up. His ability to make these kind of reads. Remember, never having played with these guys. He probably really hadn't practiced either because of the schedule. They're not having the opportunity to do that, but they're a beautiful find for Jeff Green. Oh, by the way, he did play with Jeff Green. I will say that. But this is that patented step-back three. Just got Vooch there on his heels a little bit, able to shoot that in rhythm. He was just brilliant tonight in all facets, with the exception of the turnovers. But as he said, that'll come down as he gets a better rhythm for playing with everybody. And I'm just anxious to see what this team's going to look like once they get all their pieces with Kyrie coming back and how they work out that chemistry between that trio.
And a reunion of KD and James Harden, Sam. 74 points combined, and it seemed like, oh, yeah, they can just do this every night. We know that's not realistic, but it looked good in the first night together.
Well, they're going to be tough to stop offensively. Look, you're talking about two guys that with the basketball is as lethal as anyone. You're talking about two guys that's going to go down in the history of the game as two of the best scorers from their position. But the thing about this Brooklyn Nets team that I'm impressed with, that early with James Harden just getting there, their ability to find each other. GA said it. These guys are smart. They have high basketball IQ. They're going to figure out how to play the offense. The key for this Brooklyn Nets team is going to be rebounding and defense. If they can rebound the basketball and pick up their defense and become a much better defensive team, then they got some. Because at the end of the day, if you can't rebound, if you can't defend, on the nights that you're not putting the ball in the basket, it's going to be tough to win.
Two guys with scoring titles, two guys with MVPs, reuniting. Remember, they started their careers together in Oklahoma City. And speaking of a guy